most people never realize they're trapped because the comfort zone doesn't feel like a prison. It feels like safety. It gives you warmth, familiarity, and predictability. You don't have to take risks. You don't have to face criticism. You don't have to lose sleep. But here's the harsh truth. Comfort is not peace. It's paralysis. The comfort zone doesn't kill your dreams loudly. It kills them silently, day by day, by convincing you to settle. It convinces you that tomorrow is a better time to start. It tells you to wait for motivation. But time doesn't wait. The world is changing, evolving, accelerating. And while you sit in your bubble, your chances are disappearing. Great things, world-changing things, are never built by people who played it safe. You don't build rockets, launch revolutions, or disrupt industries from a cozy chair. The comfort zone offers ease, but ease is the enemy of excellence. If you feel too comfortable, it's a sign you're not growing. Growth hurts. Growth challenges. Growth makes you sweat, doubt, stumble, and rise. Your comfort zone is feeding you just enough satisfaction to keep you quiet, but not enough challenge to make you come alive. That's not living. That's slow death. And it's time to wake up. Think of every invention that changed the world: electricity, the internet, space travel. Behind every single breakthrough was a person who walked straight into discomfort. They didn't have a clear path. They didn't have all the answers. What they had was a vision and the courage to walk through fire for it. Discomfort is not a barrier. It's a signal. It tells you that you're moving beyond what you've known, that you're stretching, learning, climbing. Most people run from that signal. They interpret discomfort as danger, but the ones who change the world, they chase it. They understand that discomfort is the price of progress. Comfy. Or it teaches you how to survive. Discomfort teaches you how to lead. Comfort keeps you stuck in cycles. Discomfort pushes you into new possibilities. Comfort asks you to maintain. Discomfort demands that you transform. And transformation is never neat. It's messy. It's painful. It's confusing. But it's necessary. If you want to be extraordinary, you cannot ask for a comfortable life. The path of least resistance never leads to a place worth going. So if you're uncomfortable right now, good. You're becoming someone new. One of the most dangerous lies the comfort zone tells you is, you have time. It convinces you that your dreams can wait, that you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow is not a promise. It's an excuse. And too many people waste their lives waiting for the right time to begin, only to discover they've run out of time altogether. Comfort lulls you into a passive state. You stop moving with urgency. You stop creating. You stop deciding. And in that stillness, you lose momentum, the most valuable force any creator can have. Once momentum is gone, starting again feels impossible. High performers act when they're uncomfortable. They act before they're ready. They don't wait for the stars to align. They build under pressure. They use time as a tool, not a crutch. They know that every hour spent in comfort is an hour stolen from their future self. You are not here to waste time. You are not here to be average. And if you think you have time, think again. The clock is ticking. Either you move now or you watch someone else take the life that could have been yours. Your true potential isn't revealed when everything is going well. It shows up when you're pushed to your limits, when you're tired, uncertain, overwhelmed, but you keep going anyway. That's where character is forged, not in calm waters, but in storms. Comfort removes pressure, and without pressure, you never discover what you're truly made of. Athletes don't break records by staying at 50%. Entrepreneurs don't build legacies by playing it safe. No one unlocks greatness in an environment designed to protect them from struggle. If you're too comfortable, it means the environment around you isn't demanding enough. You've adjusted to mediocrity and taught yourself that surviving is enough. But you were not born to survive. You were born to expand, to push every boundary, internal and external. So if it feels heavy, that's the signal. If it feels hard, that's the moment. Pressure doesn't crush purpose, it reveals it. In the real world, the people who move forward are not the ones who stay safe. They're the ones who dare to act when it's uncomfortable. Every job, every opportunity, every level of growth is protected by a wall of fear. If you don't push through that wall, you stay exactly where you are. The comfort zone rewards you with peace, but the real world doesn't care if you're at peace. The real world only responds to value, output, impact. That means stepping into meetings you're not prepared for, speaking when your voice shakes, leading when you're doubting yourself. You don't need to feel ready to be brave. You just need to move anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's doing what matters, even when you're terrified. And that's how the world starts to notice you. That's how momentum begins. History doesn't remember the ones who stayed where it was warm. It remembers the builders, the disruptors, the ones who were uncomfortable every day of their life and still kept building. Legacy is not built in relaxation. It's carved out through tension, resistance, and relentless effort. No one talks about the person who almost launched a company or who thought about chasing their dream. Your comfort won't be remembered. Your excuses won't be recorded. Only your results will. If you want to be unforgettable, you have to do what's uncomfortable long enough to create something that speaks louder than your fear ever did. Motivation is fragile. It dies when the day gets tough. But discipline, that's your armor. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It only asks what needs to be done. The comfort zone is a master at convincing you to skip, delay, or downgrade your actions. It tells you you've worked enough, but discipline says not until the job is done. Discipline breaks you out of comfort by training your body and brain to act regardless of emotion. The days you feel like quitting, that's when discipline shows up. That's when champions are built. You cannot become someone new while clinging to who you've always been. Growth means death, death of the old mindset, the old patterns, the old comfort zone. Each time you level up, the version of you that existed yesterday has to be replaced. It's painful, you'll resist it, but the people who grow understand that change is identity surgery. It's uncomfortable, but necessary. Comfort tells you to hold on. Evolution demands that you let go. A lot of people think they're tired or depressed, when really they're just uninspired. They've been doing the same thing for too long at the same level with no challenge. Comfort breeds boredom. Boredom eats your energy, and then you mistake the exhaustion for burnout when the truth is you just stopped growing. Humans are designed for forward motion. If you're not chasing something meaningful, your soul starts to shrink. So if you feel dead inside, check your environment. Chances are it's too safe. No one wakes up one day ready to take massive leaps. You get there by taking smaller, uncomfortable steps daily, speaking up in meetings, saying no to distractions, waking up early when your bed begs you to stay. Each micro discomfort is training. It's rewiring your brain to move toward resistance instead of away from it. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with discomfort. Eventually, you stop hesitating. You stop second guessing. You build a mindset where fear becomes fuel. That's how you prepare for moments that matter. Fear keeps the comfort zone alive. It tells you everything that could go wrong, that you might fail, be judged, be rejected. But here's the secret. Fear feeds on silence. The more you avoid it, the stronger it gets. The only way to shrink fear is to move toward it. Speak, act, fail, learn. That's how fear starves and courage grows. Every time you listen to fear, your comfort zone expands. Every time you act anyway, it shrinks. You choose which one grows. Comfort gives you short-term pleasure and long-term pain. It postpones failure, but it never prevents it. At some point, life will test you. And if you haven't trained through discomfort, you won't survive it. The pain of growth is now. The pain of comfort is later, and later always hits harder. You can choose the struggle of discipline now or the regret of weakness later. One is hard, the other is devastating. Before most people even try, they downsize their dreams. It's too risky. It's not practical. So they aim small and settle fast. That's what comfort does. It makes you think small is safe. But safe is expensive because the price you pay is your potential. You never find out what you're capable of because you surrendered to convenience. The worst failure isn't falling, it's never flying. Your brain is wired to keep you alive, not to make you successful. That means it will always try to steer you toward comfort. But you are not your instincts. You are your training. You can teach your mind to lean into stress, to associate discomfort with progress. That's how elite minds are built, not by avoiding challenge, but by embracing it. Becoming more than you are right now requires destruction. It requires shedding the habits, relationships, environments, and beliefs that no longer serve you. That process is not gentle. It feels like chaos. But every caterpillar must be torn apart to become something better. That tearing is uncomfortable, but it's not wrong. It's the beginning of something higher. Waiting for someone to rescue you from your comfort zone is a fantasy. No mentor, no friend, no motivation video can do the hard part for you. You must get up and move alone. The comfort zone is self-imposed, and so is the breakthrough. If you want out, you don't need a miracle. You need a decision. When you're not moving forward, you start looking sideways. You start comparing yourself to others. Why? Because deep down, you know you're capable of more, but you're not doing it. Comparison is a symptom of comfort. When you're truly building something meaningful, you don't have time to look left and right. You're focused forward. Every second you spend in comfort is time you can't get back. That should sting. That sting is not punishment. It's motivation. Use it. Let it remind you that your time here is limited. You weren't meant to waste it on routines, excuses, and comfort. You were meant to make your time count. The problems we face today, climate, technology, inequality, won't be solved by people who seek comfort. They'll be solved by people who disrupt, who challenge, who endure discomfort long enough to create solutions. If you want to matter, don't blend in. Be uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable. That's where impact begins. Everything you want, respect, wealth, influence, legacy, lives behind discomfort. It's the gatekeeper, and it doesn't let cowards through. The longer you hide from it, the further your goals drift. The moment you step into it, you start becoming the person you were meant to be. Discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your entrance. Step through it,